Everybody says you need a purpose, you need a big why, and here's the truth. You do. I think people believe that the more successful you get, the less afraid you get. It's not that you get less afraid, you just learn how to deal with fear more. It's always scary going to another level. But the best way to deal with future fear is to look back in your past to the times you were scared to death and you did it anyway. They're the moments you remember. They're the breakthroughs you remember. If we don't press ourselves, if we don't have fear, if we don't have butterflies, if we're not scared, if we don't feel like imposters, then we're not pushing ourselves to be the person we were meant to be. I get afraid all the time. We all have fear. It's not if fear goes away, it's how we deal with fear. Listen, first thing I know is when fear first comes in, you can have an immediate reaction. That's what I used to do. Now I take a moment and I start thinking about in the past when I felt the same way and I found out that I was a better man on the other side of that fear. I grew, I became stronger, I became wealthier. Let fear be the dance that you align with rather than avoid. Everyone says, practice gratitude. You can't be grateful and anxious or grateful and scared or grateful and annoyed. It's absolutely true, but sometimes we forget or we set the bar too high. I'll be grateful when. Instead of saying I'll be grateful when, just be grateful that you're here. 150,000 people die every day. The world is in a really crazy place. Just to wake up, just to get a good night's sleep, just to have family in your life. If you lower the bar of gratitude, being grateful changes forever. People always ask me, what were the habits that made you successful, made you a millionaire in your 20s? Number one, focus on solutions more than you ever have in your life. Obsess on marketing and sales. Look through the lens of compassion and empathy. Use your ears more than your mouth when it comes to caring and doing business. Watch the story that you tell yourself when you get in a rough spot. Usually that's the story that's already cost you way too much in your life. Create a new empowering story that drives you through the hard times. Focus on solutions, get through the hard parts, get to your next level. I became an entrepreneur because I watched my mom and dad work for other people, struggle, not have anything, and have to listen to someone else's guidance. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I watched my mom work 3 jobs to make nothing, come home really late and tired. I watched my dad work in a collision shop where he wanted more. Both of them had aspirations, both of them had dreams, and both of them couldn't even come to my baseball games because they didn't have time. And I didn't know the word entrepreneur. I just know I needed to be in control of my life. And if I created my own income and I was my own boss, I could make the decisions I needed to make. If I lost everything I had today, I would sell what I know. Listen, your experience is your inventory. Your passion, your skills, the mess that could become your message. That is your asset that's the most valuable in the world, and you could sell it over and over. So if I was completely broke and had nothing, I would sell what I know. We all have a life experience. I'd start a Facebook group for free. I'd share every single day value. I'd wait 3 weeks to 3 months, and I'd sell a product or a course and a training so I could help people get from where they are to where they want to go with an experience I've already had. Quick morning routine in 60 seconds or less. Number one, I wake up and try not to answer my phone. 90% of the time I don't, because if you look at your phone, it's like Russian roulette. If something's wrong, it could ruin your whole day. Secondly, I think of something I'm grateful for. Lower the bar. Be grateful that you woke up. Not everybody does. Number 3, I think about a win from the previous day. What was something the day before that happened that was personal or in business that was a win? Then I think about one win that I could have for the day. And then I go out and exercise. That routine I've been doing for almost 20 years. It's been a game changer. It makes me play offense, not defense. Everybody says you need a purpose, you need a big why, and here's the truth. You do. And there's a million ways to get there, but here's a really simple thing. Why do you do what you do? Ask yourself, just keep asking yourself why. Why do you want to make more money? Well, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? For me, when I dug into asking myself why over and over again, I learned it from my buddy Joe Stump, I got to 3 things. I never want to go backwards. I hated being broke. I want my kids to have choices because I didn't have any. And I want to be in control of my life. I want to wear t-shirts. I want to do what I want when I want to do it. When I understood my true why, it gave me something to fight for every day, even when I was scared or failed or felt I couldn't do it. When I went from fixing cars and having a tow truck business and apartments, and I told my family I was going to go into the self-education industry because I watched Tony Robbins' course and I wanted to teach people, I wanted to be in this industry, you can imagine how nuts they thought I was, especially back then before the internet. I had to invest about $250,000. A lot of it I didn't have. I put it on credit cards. Just think, in their lens, I was a fool. I was an idiot. I already started getting momentum. Why would I ruin it? In my eyes, I knew I had more to give the world. And thank God I didn't listen to them. You know what you have inside of you. Don't let it go to waste. One of my favorite quotes in the world is from Dale Carnegie, and he said, "The biggest plight of the human race is knowing you have more potential but not utilizing it. Think about that. Imagine being at the end of your life and realize you didn't go all in. You played it safe. You didn't do it because you thought your friends would think you were crazy. You thought your family would be like, oh, dreamer. I'd rather be the dreamer. Remember, they don't make statues of critics. They make statues of the crazy people. If you desire another level of life, you're going to have to step off the path. And I have to tell you, not being on the path with everybody else, the greatest gift of my life. What's up, what's up? Hey, don't forget to look at the action steps we've posted below. They are the perfect way to take your success, abundance in this crazy world to a whole nother level.